Section 1 of Selected Poems. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Selected Poems by Gabriela Mistral. Ecstasy, read by Newgatenovelist. Now, O Christ, seal my eyelids, let ice on my lips be spread. All the hours are superfluous, all the words are said. He looked on me, we looked each on each, in silence, for a long space, our look as rigid as death's. The stupor that whitens the face, in the last agony, blanched us. After that instant life holds nothing more. I heard him speak convulsively. I spoke. My words, a confusion of plenitude, tribulations and fears, hesitated, broke. I spoke of his destiny, of mine, a mortar of blood and tears. After this I know there can be nothing more. Nothing. No perfume but would roll diluted down my cheek. My ears are shut, my mouth is sealed. What meaning for me now by pallid earth could be revealed? What to me are bleeding roses, or quiet snows congealed? Therefore, O Christ, I plead to you now, though when anguished with hunger I stilled my cries. But now, stop my pulses, shut the lids over my eyes, protect against the tempest this flesh that was thronged with his words. Let not the brutal daylight shatter this image to shards. Receive me, I go without stain, and I go fulfilled like a flooded plain. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. The Thorn Tree by Gabriela Mistral. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. The thorn tree fastens to sterile rock, its form, contorted, barren, loved of none. It is the spirit of the desert waste, twisted with pain and with the burning sun. The oak is beautiful as Jupiter, the blooming myrtle a Narcissus fair. They made the thorn tree like to Vulcan lame, the frightful blacksmith god of hideous air. They made the thorn without the lacy veil that shrouds the quivering aspen, bright of leaf, so that the spirit of the wayfarer may not be conscious of its bitter grief. Out of its matted tresses spring forth flowers. Thus came to Job the gift of poesy. Its scent is like the psalm the leper sang, a fragrance piercing keen and pungently. But though its odour fills the glowing air of noonday hours, when all men take their rest, in its dark hair it ne'er hath felt itself, stirred to sweet trembling by a troubling nest. The thorn has told me that it knows me well, that on a night of anguish and of woe, against its myriads of wounding points, my heart was bruised and mangled long ago. Then I embraced it like a sister sad, as Hagar might clasp Job, oppressed with care, in an embrace that is not tenderness, because, alas, it rather is despair. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Sonnets of Death by Gabriela Mistral. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. 1. From that cold ledge where they have laid you by, I shall take down and lay you in the ground, where humble and alone myself shall lie, where we shall share dream pillowings profound. Beside you stretching, I shall show you all a mother's yearning for her child asleep. So earth shall cradle your pale body's pall, and sweetness smother half the sobs you weep. Then shall I wander through the dusk of roses, whilst mid the azure moonlight mist you wait, where the crushed spirit in your bones reposes. I shall fare on afar, my victory singing, so none shall come unto the hidden gate, to wake the dust where I your bones am bringing. 2. My weariness shall no one day increase, my soul deny the body consort more, lifting its nature to the paths of peace, where man would turn to seek his rosy store. And you shall feel beside your form astir, when to your silent city there arrives another sleeper. Then shall they inter your comrade for the converse that survives. And finally your heart shall know that ne'er your flesh was ripened for such feeble bones, though still without fatigue you slumber there. Light through your breast shall break the shadows down, a starry light of union pierce our zones, and our great compact broken, gain death's crown. 3. The hands of evil have been on your life, since when, at signal from the stars, I sowed it mid the lilies, all with beauty rife, till hands of evil wrecked its fair abode. Then to the Lord I said, from mortal paths, oh, let them take his soul that knows no guide. Save him, O Master, from impending wraths, and plunge him in the dream thine arms spread wide. Lament is vain, in vain no more I follow. Black is the tempest that drives on his sail, my breast on his, else mow to earth the flower. Woe, woe, the seas his bark of roses swallow. Is pity in my heart then no avail? Thou that shalt judge me, Lord, weigh thou this hour. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. To Rafael Albert Arrieta by Gabriela Mistral. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Thy poem, like a drop of honeyed blood, is oozing. Unshamed from out thy breast it steals to mine. Athwart the poem steadily runs a shiver, but that small wound of thine is the mighty wound of humanity. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. Little Hands by Gabriela Mistral. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. O little hands of children, O little asking hands, thine are the world's green valleys, thine are its golden strands. O little hands of children, moulded so satin fine, the golden sheaves bend lowly to touch thy dimpled lines. O little anxious hands, under the trees upstretched, the reddening fruit, the swelling buds, are thine, all thine. Thine are the golden combs, dripping with honey sweet, and man, alas, he passes, nor sees, nor understands. O little pleading hands, hands of earth's humble and lowly, blessed are they who fill thee, blessed are they, and holy, and blessed, oh, blessed art thou, who hearing and heeding their plea, restore to their asking hands the world of their heritage. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. In Memoriam by Gabriela Mistral. Read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. Amado Nero of the gentle profile, of the smiling lips, Amado Nero, pen and heart alike are still. As I write thee, the stone lies heavy on thy brow, thy shroud dips deep in the eternal chill, thy face is set in the great whiteness of death. To think that thy incomparable sweetness is quenched, that among so many tongues of hatred, thine, which ever spoke the language of peace, is silenced, that the song which lulled the bitterest heart is now forever stilled, that there will still be sorrow and thou not here to comfort. Where thou didst sing, there was my dayspring. With thy verse 100 nights have I slept in peace. Because I had thee, I was strong to suffer and endure. On the confusion of life thy splendour did fall. And now thou sayest nothing, thou art dust, thou art not. I never saw thee, nor ever shall. My God hath done this. Who folded thy dead hands? Who beside thy bed in broken voice raised the prayer for the dying? Who glimpsed in thine eyes the wonder of God? Weary marches still await me under the sun. When shall I behold thee? When my grief unburden? There, where luminous burns the southern cross, or, space beyond, where time's drear winds in silence fall, where, all impure, this heart may not attain. Remember me, remember this unhappy dust and ashes. In sapphire deeps of the ecstatic realm, in the shadow of God, speak what thou knowest, that we are orphans, that we journey alone, that thou hast seen us, that all flesh in anguish pleads for death. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. From The Sonnets of Death by Gabriela Mistral, read for LibriVox.org by Newgatenovelist. The hands of evil have been on your life, since when, at signal from the stars, I sowed it mid the lilies. Beauteous was it rife, till hands of evil wrecked the fair abode. Unto the Lord I said, from mortal paths, oh let them bear him, spirit without guide, save him, O Saviour, from the grip of wrath, and plunge him in the dream thine arms provide. Lament is vain, in vain I strive to follow. Black is the tempest that drives on his sail. My breast for him, or mow away his flower. Woe, woe, the seas his bark of roses swallow. Is pity in my heart of no avail? Thou that shalt judge me, Lord, speak thou this hour. End of poem. This recording is in the public domain. And end of Selected Poems by Gabriela Mistral. Thank you for listening.